Picture this. You're sitting at home, enjoying a nice cup of tea, maybe catching up on some emails or browsing your favorite social media site, when suddenly your computer screen goes black. Panic sets in as you try to figure out what's happening. A message pops up. Your files are encrypted. Your heart races as you read the chilling words. Pay $500 in Bitcoin or kiss your data goodbye. The demand is clear and the clock is ticking. Congratulations! You've just become one of the 2,244 people who fall victim to cybercrime every single day. It's a staggering number that continues to grow. Welcome to the internet in 2024, where danger lurks behind every click, swipe, and voice command. The digital world is a minefield of threats. But fear not, brave netizens. This essay is your survival guide to the treacherous terrain of the World Wide Web. With the right knowledge, you can navigate safely. We'll be exploring the most common internet scams of 2024 and arming you with the knowledge to avoid them. From phishing to smishing, these scams are more sophisticated than ever. From ransomware to romance scams, we'll cover it all. Each scam has its own unique tactics designed to deceive and exploit. We'll dissect these scams faster than a computer geek can disassemble a motherboard. Understanding how they work is the first step to protecting yourself. So buckle up, because we're about to take a whirlwind tour of the internet's rise to power and its parallel descent into digital delinquency. The journey is as fascinating as it is frightening, and knowledge is your best defense. Once upon a time, in a galaxy not so far away, the internet was born. It was a simpler time, when dial-up modems screeched like banshees in tune. You've Got Mail was music to our ears. Fast forward to 2024, and the internet has become as essential to our lives as oxygen, coffee, and cat videos. We use it to work, shop, date, and even order pizza at 3 a.m. because, let's face it, adulting is hard. According to the latest stats, there are now 5.3 billion internet users worldwide. But with great connectivity comes great vulnerability. As we've embraced the digital world with open arms, we've also opened the door to a new breed of criminals. Cybercrime has grown faster than a chia pet on steroids. In 2024, it's estimated that a cybercrime is committed every 39 seconds. No need for ski masks or getaway cars when you can rob people blind with just a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. Let's kick off our tour of internet scams with the granddaddy of them all, phishing. This type of scam has been around for decades, evolving and adapting to new technologies and user behaviors. No, we're not talking about your uncle's favorite weekend activity. Instead, we're diving into the murky waters of digital deception. This is the digital equivalent of casting a wide net and hoping to catch some unsuspecting fish. Scammers send out thousands, sometimes millions, of emails, hoping that just a few people will take the bait. Phishing victim. Phishing scams typically involve emails, websites, or messages that look legitimate, but are actually cleverly disguised traps. These traps are designed to look as convincing as possible, often mimicking the branding and language of real companies. They might claim to be from your bank, a popular online service, or even that long-lost cousin who's apparently been trapped in a foreign country without their wallet for the past decade. The stories they spin can be quite elaborate and emotionally manipulative. The goal of phishing is to trick you into revealing sensitive information or clicking on malicious links. Once you do, they can steal your personal data, financial information, or even install malware on your device. In 2024, phishing scams have become more sophisticated than ever. Scammers are using advanced techniques to make their messages more convincing and harder to detect. They use AI to create personalized messages, deepfake technology to impersonate trusted figures, and even exploit current events to seem more plausible. For example, during a crisis, they might send emails pretending to be from relief organizations. So how do you avoid taking the bait? First, always check the sender's email address. Look for slight misspellings or unusual domain names that might indicate a fake. And finally, when in doubt, contact the company directly using a phone number or website you trust, not one provided in the suspicious message. Always be cautious and take your time to verify the authenticity of any unexpected communication. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. Just when you thought it was safe to check your messages, along come smishing and vishing. These are the cool kids on the scam block, taking the principles of phishing and applying them to SMS, text messages, and voice calls. Smishing victim. Smishing involves sending text messages that appear to be from trusted sources. These messages might claim to be from your bank, a delivery service, or even a government agency. Vishing scammer. Vishing, on the other hand, is the voice version of phishing. It's when scammers call you, pretending to be someone they're not, like your bank, the IRS, or tech support. To avoid falling victim to these scams, follow these tips. First, be skeptical of any unsolicited messages or calls, especially those creating a sense of urgency. Second, don't click on links in text messages from unknown sources. And finally, remember that legitimate organizations will never ask for sensitive information via text or unsolicited calls. Picture this. You're working on your magnum opus, the great American novel that's going to make you the next J.K. Rowling. Suddenly, your screen goes black, replaced by a menacing message. Your files are encrypted. Pay up or say goodbye to your masterpiece. Congratulations. You've just been hit by ransomware, the digital equivalent of having your lunch money stolen by the school bully.
Ransomware is a type of malicious software that encrypts your files, making them inaccessible unless you pay a ransom. In 2024, ransomware attacks have become more sophisticated and targeted.
The most insidious part of ransomware is how it spreads. It can sneak into your system through seemingly innocent emails, infected websites, or even legitimate software updates that have been compromised.
So how do you protect yourself from this digital extortion racket? First and foremost, back up your data regularly. Finally, invest in good antivirus software.
Welcome to the world of social engineering, where the weakest link in cybersecurity isn't your software or your hardware, it's you. In this digital age, the human element remains the most vulnerable and exploitable part of any security system.
Social engineering is the art of tricking people into giving up sensitive information or access to systems. These scams exploit human psychology, playing on emotions like fear, curiosity, or the desire to be helpful. The attackers are adept at creating scenarios that seem urgent or important, making it difficult for the victim to think clearly. In 2024, social engineers have become masters of manipulation, using everything from fake LinkedIn profiles to deepfake video calls to gain your trust. They craft elaborate stories and use sophisticated technology to make their deceptions more convincing than ever before.
One common tactic is the authority scam, where the attacker pretends to be someone in a position of power, like your boss or a government official. This tactic leverages the natural human tendency to obey authority figures, making it easier for the attacker to extract sensitive information.
Another popular technique is the tech support scam, where the attacker poses as IT support and asks for remote access to your computer. They often claim that there is an urgent issue that needs immediate attention, creating a sense of panic that overrides the victim's better judgment.
To protect yourself from social engineering attacks, the key is to cultivate a healthy sense of skepticism. Verify the identity of anyone asking for sensitive information, even if they seem legitimate. Be wary of unsolicited contact, especially if it creates a sense of urgency. Always take a moment to think before you act, and don't let emotions cloud your judgment. And remember, no legitimate organization will ever ask for your password or other sensitive data out of the blue. If something feels off, it probably is. Trust your instincts and always double-check before sharing any personal information. Stay informed and stay vigilant to keep yourself safe from these ever-evolving threats. In the brave new world of 2024, online shopping has become as natural as breathing. Need a new gadget? Click. Want some groceries? Click. Fancy a life-size cardboard cutout of Nicolas Cage? Click. No judgment here. But with this convenience comes a new breed of scam, the fake e-commerce website. These digital wolves in sheep's clothing are designed to look like legitimate online stores, complete with flashy designs and too good to be true deals. Spoiler alert, they are indeed too good to be true. When you make a purchase on these sites, one of two things typically happens. Either you never receive the product and your money disappears, or you receive a cheap knockoff. To avoid these scams, always shop from known, reputable websites. For investments, remember the golden rule. If someone is promising guaranteed high returns with no risk, they're either lying or they've somehow managed to break the fundamental laws of economics. Technology. It connects us, entertains us, and occasionally makes us want to throw our devices out the window in frustration. Enter the tech support scam, where fraudsters prey on our technological insecurities faster than you can say. Have you tried turning it off and on again? These scams typically start with a pop-up message or phone call claiming your computer is infected with a virus. The tech support representative, who's about as qualified in IT as a potato, offers to fix the problem remotely. Once they have access to your computer, they can install actual malware, steal your data, or simply charge you an exorbitant fee for fixing a problem that never existed. It's like hiring a plumber to fix. And then there are romance scams where fraudsters exploit emotions to gain trust and eventually money. Always be cautious with online relationships.